Hello, I'm Frank Bellers. I'm the owner of Bellers. This product that we're going to talk about today is the Master Magnetics bar magnets, used by a lot of wrap installers, especially in the last few years. They've become extremely popular as almost a second hand for you. They help you install, and I've got Justin Pate here. He's the world's leading wrap trainer. He also owns a company called the Wrap Institute, where they're training people how to wrap all the time.
Yeah.
And you also conduct some classes around the country too, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
Tell me why magnets have become such a big seller for us at our company, and why you should have them in your wrap toolbox.
You know, for me, I've been installing for 18 years. When I first started wrapping cars and vehicles, I had to use masking tape to hold the panels on the car. And you can do it, but masking tape, as you know, just kind of, even if you put it on, you got it in place, it might slip, it might fall off the vehicle, especially like buses and stuff like that, because when you get to big, heavy panels, it's rough. So again, magnets came on the scene probably about 8-9 years ago, and they've just gotten better and better. And for me, these are one of my personal favorites by far because of how strong they are and how they stick on the car. Super, super cool.
Very cool. So I noticed, Justin, that this magnet here,
yeah,
it looks like, okay, so you put this buffer on there, or smooth surface on there, and that comes in this box, right?
Absolutely.
And what is this thing that's on here? Is this useful? Do you use that anymore?
Absolutely. I mean, how the magnets come in the box by themselves is they come here and they come in different colors. The colors don't mean anything. They're just colorful. But basically what this does is once you put this little bar on, it negates the magnet.
Gotcha.
So basically what you can do is, once you're in your tool bag, what's nice is if you have screws or metal and stuff like that, that keeps it from jumping on the side of the magnet. So if you're really concerned about that, absolutely keep this on hand, okay? But the problem is, why they added the buffer is that this is hard plastic. If I'm putting this on a car or wrap and I put it on, I turn it, and it might scratch the car. So again, they started supplying the buffer that comes with it, and basically all you do is just form it on,
stick it on there, right?
Stick it on, and then it keeps it from scratching. It slides, which is super, super, super cool. So then if you don't want to use this thing, I usually just stick the magnet. It does expose one edge on either side, but for the most part, I think it's fine. So you can use it either way, but whatever floats your boat. And
it just seems like most of our customers are kind of tossing these and just sticking these together, right?
Just on a regular basis. But again, if you're really concerned about dirt getting in there, absolutely. And sometimes, if this does fill up with dirt, a good tip is just taking the normal buffer that comes with your squeegee, put it on here, and that's, it doesn't take away the power. But for me, what I love about these in particular is, once I get the panel on here with the magnet, okay, I love how flat it holds when I flip the panel over to cut the backing paper. If you have big handles, those are fine, but for me as an installer, that sometimes makes the material come out too high. This keeps it nice and flat, but the biggest thing, I don't care how the material sticks out, this holds the panel rock solid. These are super, super strong. Love these things, and they're super durable because they're hard plastic.
Right, so the biggest benefit that I see on these particular magnets versus other magnets that we sell is those people that don't like that handle sticking out. Now the handle helps some people, but those people that don't like the handle sticking out, this is the magnet to get.
100%. Absolutely.
And it's powerful.
Super powerful, and when I fit in my tool bag and stuff like that, it doesn't take up a lot of space.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, so for me, all around, but magnets for me, you have to have magnets when you're wrapping. So it's just for me, once I start wrapping, you'll see footage of this in a little bit. To hold the panel on here, just throw a couple magnets on there. Does it cost a little money to have magnets? Absolutely, but over the big course of the wrap, I mean, that pays itself in spades. The ease of use, less mistakes, no question I have magnets.
So now we're going to work with them in use and kind of show people how they actually work, right?
Absolutely. But even then, what I'm going to come back and do is, let's say we got this panel for the door, okay, is come back in here with this excess piece here. And again, for me, instead of, you can grab a couple magnets if you want. Instead of having, to put this on with masking tape, what we're going to do is just kind of hold the panel up, get into position, and instead of really fighting it and going crazy, look how easily we can just hold it in place like this, okay? So again, this is a color change wrap. For me, this is great for holding the panel, but if we're registering graphics and we're trying to align, let's say, fellers here, whatever, it's brilliant, okay? And the stronger the magnet, better, because again, not all magnets are the same. Some magnets are a little weaker, so therefore, when I go to, do my hinge and move the panel, the whole panel might shift, and that's terrible, because then your registration that you took so much time to get in spot goes off.
Justin, just looking at this, I can remember back 15 years ago, I guess, when it was first starting off, and everybody used masking tape.
Yep.
Just right this moment, I can see where, you know, if you had to move it a little bit, you still could, whereas
Right.
masking tape, it's stuck down.
Yeah,
So right this moment, I think we could actually move it just a hair.
absolutely. I mean, you just pick up the magnets, hold it in place, and then shift it wherever you want it. Put it back. And the thing is, with masking tape right now, if we had a hold of masking tape, I mean, look how odd, you know, it's really awkward, you know. Here we're putting it in really easy positions and we just pick it up and move it around. For me, it's just brainless.
So in some cases, though, you still are going to need masking tape, obviously, if you don't have metal.
Yeah.
But in this case, which most vehicles are metal, steel,
Yeah.
magnets are going to be perfect.
And I think, you know, the biggest thing for your customers, the huge thing about these magnets, other than strong and everything we've talked about it so far, is that this magnet is flat, okay, in the sense that it's just one solid magnet, okay? And you're gonna find, with commercial wraps or color change wraps, other magnets that have these 6 circle rings, when you put that on the film, it leaves an impression. And most of the time that comes out, but sometimes it doesn't. This never puts on that mark. So for me, I don't even have to worry about it making a mark on the adhesive. For me, it works perfect. And that's why actually a lot of installers are using this magnet today, is it takes that out of the equation for me, you know, and I'm a big fan of that, absolutely.
Very cool. Great advice, great tips. We really appreciate it, Justin.
Awesome, thanks for having me. Absolutely. I mean, even for me, I think right now, a little quick tip, if you guys want to come over the windshield, some people put on like window graphics and stuff like that, window perf, okay, and those are hard to start a hinge. So one thing, a good tip for magnets, you know, and it doesn't matter what kind of magnet, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one magnet on the inside of the window and come back here, and I can hold the panel like that. Brilliant, because especially when you're doing window perf on windows and stuff like that, it's kind of hard to start your hinge. If I put the magnet like that, awesome.